I swear it's got rollerblade wheels on it. Today we're shooting in the studio. I'm here with Carlo, who's going to film some behind the scenes, and Ronnie, who's going to be in front of the camera. So we're just going to be shooting with natural light today. We've got a beautiful big window here, as you can see. So we're going to be using this natural light to kind of create some cool ideas. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to shoot yet, but we're just going to see what we can come up with. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go. All right, so as you can see, the light is coming in. It's kind of stopping like halfway. And then we've got these big sheer curtains as well. So they help to diffuse the light a little bit. It's still pretty harsh. I think it looks really nice. As the sun sets today, the light will kind of move more into the middle of the room here. So brought my entire rolly bag today. It's got all my lenses in it. I wasn't sure exactly what I would shoot. Probably a mixture of like 24 or 35, and then maybe switch it up and use like an 85 or 100 or something like that for some nice close-ups. So I think I'm going to start out maybe just shooting on the 50, something that's kind of in between, and then toss it out from there. So I've got the RF 51.8 and I'm shooting on the Canon R6 here. The cool thing about this studio is you don't have to manually roll the paper down. It's all on motors, so it's automatic. So right now we've got like, it's pretty direct sunlight. It's coming straight through this sheer curtain, and it's kind of creating this pattern which I really like. There's actually being some light reflected off this white surface back into Ronnie's face. So it's like really soft, really flattering light. And then obviously we have the backdrop in the background, which just gives that like a little bit of color. So. So right now, Ronnie's probably 2 meters away from the window. And if I just expose like for her face, the lighting on her face here, the background is quite bright. So I'll just take a photo here just so you can see. And then if we actually move Ronnie, so do you want to go sit back on that chair? The closer you go to the window, obviously the light's going to be much brighter. So when I expose for that window, I'm going to take a photo. The background's going to be much, much darker. So you're going to create more contrast the closer you are to the light source. Yep. Okay, so I've just chucked on a 100mm lens, so it's a lot closer in, thanks to the plane. More of a portrait lens, more of a close-up lens. Now we're using this bounce board, so it pretty much does the same thing as a reflector. It's just a big white surface, and what that's going to do is it's going to bounce in a little bit of light from our window light back into the other side of Ronnie's face, so it's a little bit less contrasty. On the other side there's black. So what this is going to do is it's actually going to cut any light that gets reflected back from this way and make the other side of the face even darker than it is without the bounce board. So I'll show you guys what that looks like as well. So this is called negative fill. I actually love that. So good.
The audio didn't come through super clear here, so basically what I was explaining to you guys was that I was drawing the curtains to restrict the light that was coming through that window to sort of like a thin strip, and then I placed Ronnie right in the path of that light to get a more dramatic effect. So in these shots I'm really just exposing for the brightness of the window light and kind of letting everything else fall into darkness. So as you can see, it creates a much more moody vibe and really focuses the viewer's attention in on the parts of the image that the light is touching in the photo.
So as you can see, there's a little strip of light that's coming through this window that's hitting Ronnie just kind of like on half of her face. So it's kind of interesting. It's a little bit different to what you'd usually see.
For the last few shots, I ended up switching back to the 35-1.8 lens to bring more of that background in. I noticed that that beam of light that I'd created with the window and the curtains was casting an interesting shape on the backdrop, which I used to create some leading lines in these shots. That kind of leading line from her dress pointing up to her face also, I think, creates a really nice frame.
I think we got some really great photos. I tried a bunch of different lenses, 35, 50, 100, and we played with the light here. Ronnie did an amazing job, so thank you so much for being part of the shoot. So that wraps it up for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something, you got something out of it. If you did, please leave a like down below. Let me know if you guys want to see a breakdown of how I edited these photos as well using my Authentic Film Lightroom preset pack, and I might make that video in the future if you guys are interested. So thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.